Hey guys, Cam here from PhoneDog.com, and I have the Lumia 930, the latest flagship device from Nokia, the latest flagship Windows Phone device, and probably the first flagship device that's coming shipped with Windows Phone 8.1. Now this isn't available in the States just yet, but it is over here in Europe, so I did manage to get my hands on one as soon as I possibly could, and we're going to unbox it for you and let you know what comes in the box and what it's like to use, just on first impressions. So, to the unboxing. Now the box itself is very reminiscent of the box that I opened the other day with the Lumia 635 in it. It's the same sort of design, same image on the front, and it does have the same little dot on the edge that tells you what colour phone is on the inside. Now these do come in 4 different colours: black, white, bright green and bright orange. And the one they sent me was the bright orange version. We open up the box, and inside, as always, the phone is sitting right on the top on the right hand side, so we'll place that down on the desk for now and get to what else comes in the box. Now because I'm in the UK, I got sent this UK wall adapter, which has the nifty little third pin that kind of clicks up and down, lifts in and out of place, basically saves space in the packaging. And the USB port itself is actually on one of the edges. It's not on the top or the bottom or on the back. It's right on one of those sides. Also get a USB cable, as you would expect, unlike the 635, which just came with a charger. And underneath the compartment that the phone was sitting on, all we have is the Lumia 930 quick guide. So in this box there are no headphones. But let's grab the phone and we'll quickly unwrap this plastic off around the outside and have a quick look at the device, give you a quick overview of what the phone is made of. Now as you can see from the orange back, it is an incredibly bright orange, which I happen to really like. But it's not a shiny glossy sort of finish, it is a really nice sort of soft touch matte finish, but most of the rest of the phone is actually made of metal. If you look around the edges all the way around the outside, it's quite square, very flat edges, almost completely right angled corners. There's slight rounding on them, but it is a metal frame, which does give it a really sort of sturdy feel. And obviously on the front, as with most Lumia devices, you just get this huge piece of black glossy glass. And that gives it a really sort of premium feel, and that's kind of unusual. You look at the front and it looks like this really classy black and silver sort of phone, and then you turn it over and you have this really bright, in-your-face orange plastic on the back, and that's quite cool. On the right-hand edge you have 3 buttons, or 2 buttons and a volume rocker. Like I said, you've got the volume rocker, just below that is the power and lock button, and just below that you have the dedicated camera shutter button. On the left hand edge there's absolutely nothing. On the top we have a 3.5mm jack, as well as the SIM tray. Now this is a nano SIM, not micro SIM. So it uses the same SIM card that you get in the iPhone 5, iPhone 5S and the new HTC One and the HTC One Mini 2. On the bottom edge you have the micro USB port, which is flanked by those 2 sort of antenna gaps that phones made of metal need. Same as what's on the top on either side of the 3.5mm jack. Now on the back you do have a 20 megapixel camera. It's a PureView camera and it uses Carl Zeiss optics, as well as a dual LED flash. You also have a speaker cutout where the loudspeaker is. This speaker actually has Dolby Digital Plus sound enhancement. So when you're listening to music, watching movies, you should be able to get a pretty decent sound from a single speaker. I wouldn't expect it to be anything like boom sound, but again, for a single speaker, we're assuming that it's going to be great. I haven't obviously had a chance to test it yet. Now on the front, what we have is a huge display. It's a 5-inch 1080 by 1920 AMOLED ClearBlack display, 441 pixels per inch. So it's plenty sharp enough, and being AMOLED and ClearBlack, you're going to get really good contrast and really vivid colours. And of course that's coated by Corning Gorilla Glass 3, which is really light and really durable. Front facing camera near the earpiece is just 1.2 megapixels, but you can record 720p video unlike the 20 megapixel camera on the back which records 1080p video. And powering this device, what we have is a quad-core Snapdragon 800 series processor. It's important to note this is not 801 like you would get in the top Android phones at the moment. Just the 800 series processor. It should handle pretty much everything really easily. It's quad-core, 2.2 gigahertz. So we'll see again how that's going to work out. Also has some really fast connectivity capability, so you've got Wi-Fi 802.11 AC and also LTE up to category 4, which should give you theoretical downloads of up to about 150 megabits per second. Now inside this thing, to keep it going as long as possible, you have a 2420 milliamp hour battery, and again I've not tested it so I won't be able to see how it holds up. But hopefully over the next few days we'll be able to get a good indication as to how this thing performs in daily use. But overall, from just having used it for a few minutes, just setting it up and having a look at what it's like, it seems fast, it seems fluid, the animations are really nice and smooth, the screen really does pop and it has a great contrast and really nice sharpness to it. And the phone itself actually feels really solid in hand. It doesn't feel too heavy and it doesn't feel really big. Granted, it's not the smallest, it's not the slimmest, and it's definitely not the lightest phone on the market, but it doesn't feel uncomfortable, and the button placement on the edges really does kind of help with this. That's been my first look and my unboxing of the Lumia 930. We'll have more coverage of this over the next couple of weeks while we have our time with it. I'll bring you full reviews, I'll bring you a camera test if I can, and I'll show a quick comparison between this and the Lumia 635 so you can see for yourself whether you want to stump up the extra cash when it becomes available. I've been Cam, I'm at PhoneDog_Cam on Twitter, and as always, I will see you again soon.